Hello everyone. Today we'll be solving Cambridge IGCSE Chemistry Paper 2 Multiple Choice Extended February-March 2021 Paper 2-2. Question number 1. Which row about a change of state is correct? So about a change of state, alright, so the first change of state, it says solid to liquid. So when we change from solid to liquid, heat is taken in. So here it says heat is given out, so it's wrong. Then it says gas to liquid. When anything changes from gas to liquid, it gives out energy. So heat is not taken in, heat is rather given out. Anything changes from solid to gas must absorb heat energy, so heat is taken in, correct? And the process is called sublimation. So C, question number 1, C is the correct answer. Question 2. Gases are separated from the liquid air by fractional distillation. The boiling point of 4 gases are shown. Which gas is both monoatomic and a liquid at room temperature? And a liquid at minus 200 degrees Celsius. So first of all, out of all of these gas, nitrogen is diatomic. Argon, helium, neon, all of them, all right, they are monoatomic. Now, anything that is liquid at minus 200 degrees Celsius, all right, in negative term, all right, minus 100, minus 200, and let's say 0. As we go towards from 0, as we go towards minus 200, it's smaller. All right, so at minus 200 degrees Celsius, all right, anything that will want to stay a liquid must boil after minus 200 degrees Celsius, meaning in this range, it must boil in this range. Okay, so anything that is below minus 200 that are boiling will not be correct. So helium and neon will not be correct. And argon, which boils at minus 186 degrees Celsius, so argon will be the correct answer. Moving on, guys, question number 3. 2 different food colorings X and Y are tested using chromatography. 3 pure dyes 1, 2, 3 are also tested. The chromatogram is shown. We can see X, Y, and then dye 1, 2, 3. Okay, which statements are correct? First statement, X and Y both contains 2 or more dyes. So we can see in X there are 2 dots. So in X there are 3 dots, and in Y there are 2 dots. So both X and Y at least contains 2 or more dyes. That is correct. So next statement, dyes 2 and 3 are present in both X and Y. So as we can see, dye number 2, we can see it is present in both X and Y. Dye number 3, it is present in both X and Y. So number 2 is also correct. Now we gotta see for RF of dye 1 is 0.625. So for dye 1, okay, we can measure the distance for dye 1, which we get approximately 5. We can see it's approximately 5. Okay, and the distance traveled by the solvent front is 8. So we know RF. So RF for dye 1 will be 5 divided by 8. If we do 5 divided by 8, it's 0.625. So point number 1, 2, 3, all of them are correct. C is the correct answer. Question number 4. Which statement about the atoms of all the isotopes of carbon is correct? Okay, so we will have to check the statement, and it's correct about all the isotopes of the carbon. They are all radioactive. We know that carbon isotopes are C12, C13, and C14. Out of that, only carbon 14 is radioactive. So this will not be correct. All right. They have the same mass. As mentioned earlier, C12 has a mass of 12, C13 has a mass of 13, C14 has a mass of 14. So do they have the same mass? No, they don't have the same mass. They have the same number of neutrons. All right. So we know that the number of protons in each one of them is going to be 6. The number of neutrons, however, will be variable. So for this one, number of neutrons will be 6. For the carbon 13, the number of neutrons will be 13 minus 6 equals to 7. For carbon 14, it will be 14 minus 6 equals to 8. So they do not have the same number of neutrons, also wrong. They have the same number of electrons in their outer shell. Now about this one, no matter what the isotope is, the proton number stays the same, and as a result, the number of electrons and the electronic configuration stays the same. So 4D is the correct answer. Question number 5. Which diagram represents the structure of silicon 4 oxide? We know that a silicon forms 4 single covalent bonds with oxygen, and then each oxygen bonds with 2 silicons, as demonstrated in this diagram. So this structure almost looks like similar to that of the structure of diamond. However, in diamond, each carbon is bonded with 4 other carbon atoms. So according to the description just now that I have drawn, this is going to match with D. As you can see, in D, we have a middle silicon, which is bonded with 4 oxygens, which are then bonded with silicons. So D will be the correct answer. Question number 6. Lithium and fluorine reacts to form lithium fluoride. A student writes these 3 statements about the reaction. Lithium atom lose an electron when they react. Each fluoride ion has 1 or more electron than a fluorine atom. Lithium fluoride is a mixture of elements. Which statements are correct? So let's check the statements. Lithium atoms lose an electron when they react, which is correct. If we look at the lithium's electronic configuration, it's 2, 1, and it loses this outer electron. So this is correct. Point number 1, correct. Each fluoride ion has more electron than fluorine atom. So in a fluorine atom, we have 9 protons, and when it becomes fluoride, then it becomes it gets 1 more electron. So the number of electron becomes the electron number basically becomes 10 after it gains 1 electron. So definitely each fluoride ion has 1 more electron than the fluorine atom. 2 is also correct. Lithium fluoride is a mixture of elements. Lithium fluoride is a chemical compound. It's a chemical compound. So they have formed by chemical reaction. It's not a mixture, it's a compound. So number 3 is wrong. 1, 2 correct. A will be correct answer. Question number 7. How many electrons are used to form covalent bonds in a molecule of methanol? So in a molecule of methanol, so that each carbon is bonded with the hydrogen, single covalent bonded, and then it's bonded with oxygens and then with hydrogen. The oxygen is bonded with hydrogen. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So since there are 5 covalent bonds, each covalent bond involves a dot and cross, meaning 2 electrons. So 5 into 2, 10. So D will be the correct answer. Guys, moving on. Question number 8. Magnesium oxide has a high melting point. Now, carbon dioxide has a low melting point. Which row identifies attractive forces that are broken down when these compounds are melted? Now, when we talk about magnesium oxide, we know that magnesium oxides are basically ionic bond. This is an ionic bond between them. So there will be electrostatic force of attraction between them. So there will be electrostatic force of attraction, which is strong force of attraction, electrostatic force of attraction. So there will be strong attraction, all right, and the attraction will be between ions because the bonding between magnesium oxide is Mg2 plus and O2 minus. So a strong attraction between molecules will be wrong. It will be strong attraction between ions. And in carbon monoxide, carbon and oxygen has triple covalent bond. However, between one carbon monoxide and another carbon monoxide, there is only a weak force. All right, there is only a weak van der Waals force of attraction. The specific type of force we don't need to know. However, there is a weak force of attraction between them. So there is weak force of attraction between each molecule. This is a molecule, by the way. So each molecules of carbon monoxide. So weak attractions between the molecules is exactly correct. All right. Question number 8D. 9. The ionic equation for the formation of oxygen during electrolysis of aluminium oxide is shown. So XO2 minus producing O2 plus Y electron. Now we know that if there is 2 O2 minus, it produces one oxygen molecule, and as a result, each oxide loses 2 electron. So there will be a total of 4 electron. So X is equals to 2 and Y is equals to 4. So 2 and 4. So 2, this is wrong. 2 and 4, D is the correct answer. Question number 10. A compound has the formula XF2 and has a relative mass of 70. What is element X? Okay, good question. The compound has a formula of XF2 and the relative mass of 70. Okay, so we don't know what is X. However, we know there is 2 fluorine. So 2 fluorine, each fluorine is 19. So 2 into 19 is equals to 70. So what we can do is we can find out X mass number. 70 minus 38. 19 into 2 is 38. So 70 minus 38. 32. So 32. Now anything with a mass of 32, all right, from the periodic table, we obviously know that is sulfur, all right, gallium, germanium, or ytterbium, none of them has the mass of 32 from the periodic table. So 10C will be the correct answer. Guys, moving on, question number 11. The diagram shows a section of an overhead power cable. So we can see ceramic, we can see steel, and we can see aluminium. Which statement explains why a particular substance is used? Guys, in here the ceramic is an insulator. All right, it is going to insulate this particular electricity carrying cable from the the metal structure, that is the pylon that is holding that particular cable. The steel is there for strength. Its purpose is there to provide strength, not to provide electrical conductivity. Aluminium is the conductor of electricity, the main conductor of electricity. So all right, now that being clear, here it says aluminium has a low density and is a good conductor of electricity. The question says which statement explains why a particular substance is used? Yes, in overhead power cable, it is very important that the metal that we use is less dense. So definitely aluminium has low density, which is why we use it, and it is a good conductor of electricity, which is why we use it. So question number 11, A will be the answer. Guys, I'll let you know why the other ones are not the correct answer. Ceramic is a good conductor of electricity. As we have already discussed, it's an insulator. Steel can rust in damp air. We know that that cannot be a purpose for using it over here. Steel is used to provide strength. So steel is more dense than aluminium. Yes, we know that. However, it does not serve its purpose. All right, its main purpose is to provide strength, which which is not mentioned here. So question number 11, A is the correct answer. Question number 12, during the electrolysis of dilute sulfuric acid, hydrogen is collected at the cathode. What is the ionic equation, half equation for this reaction? Now we know that if we want to produce hydrogen, we have to have hydrogen ion which accepts electron and produces hydrogen. Now to balance this, we can put a 2, 2, and then it balances up itself. All right, so 2H plus 2 electron producing H2 should be the correct answer. Question number 12, C. Question number 13. Which row describes an endothermic reaction? Now, an endothermic reaction in the energy level diagram, whenever the energy level diagram, the product has a lower energy state. The product has a lower energy state. We have to understand that is an exothermic. This is exo, so definitely not correct. The As we can see, the product has a higher energy state. Definitely this is endothermic. So we must also look at the description. Energy is transferred from the surrounding to the reaction, which is correct. The surroundings energy is absorbed by the reaction. So this is correct. B is the plausible answer. Question number 13. B, let's see why C and D is not correct. In C, we can already see this is exothermic. All right, so thereby it is cancelled. And in D, the progress of the reaction shows endothermic reaction, no problem. However, it says energy is transferred from the reaction to the surrounding, which is from exothermic reaction, so therefore not correct. All right, so only 13B is the correct answer. Guys, question number 14. The equation for the complete combustion of methane is shown. When methane is burned in oxygen, it produces carbon dioxide and water. The bond energies are shown in the table. We can see the bond energy CH, CO, OH, OO. All right. What is the bond energy for the reaction? So in methane, we have C, which is single bonded with hydrogens. So there are 4 hydrogens, okay, single bonded. Okay. And then plus, which is reacting with 2 O double bond. So 4C-H bond is reacting with 2 O double bond, and that is producing CO2, which is 2 CO double bond, and 2 water, which is each water molecule is represented here. So thereby it is 4 OH bond, as we can see. Okay, so we represent everything in a diagram like this. Okay, great. Now, what is the energy change for this reaction? So to find out the energy change for this reaction, we gotta multiply. Now, CH 410, so 4 into 410 plus 2, oxygen's bond energy is 496, so 2 into 496. All right, CO bond energy is 805, so plus 4 into each OH energy is 460. All right, so we get bonds broken in the left hand side. So in the left hand side we have 2 6 3 2, and on the right hand side we have all right, in the right hand, in the left side we have 2 6 3 2, and then the right hand side we have 3 4 5 0. So all right, 2 6 3 2 2 6 3 2 minus 3 4 5 0 equals to minus 818. So A is the correct answer, 14A. Guys, I hope you understood how I did the math. If not, then repeat the video one more time. Question number 15. The hydrogen fuel cells can be used to power cars. Which statement about the fuel cells are correct? The balance equation for the reaction is H2 plus O2 H2O. Now, guys, that is not a balanced equation. We already know that, because the balance equation for this combustion is 2H2 plus O2 producing 2H2O. So number 1 is wrong. If number 1 is wrong, you can see, guys, A and B is already wrong. So point number 2, the fuel cell generates electricity. Now we know that the fuel cell generates electricity. This is a correct statement. In the fuel cell, hydrogen is reduced. All right. So along with question number point number 2, the number 3, in the fuel cell, hydrogen is reduced. All right. So reduction of hydrogen means gain of electron. All right. We can see hydrogen is gaining oxygen. Hydrogen is gaining oxygen, which is oxidation. All right, loss of electron is also oxidation. So number 3 is wrong. So if number 3 is wrong, then definitely the answer will be C. Let's see why C, why point number 4 is correct. The reactants are gases at room temperature. Yes, both hydrogen and oxygen are gases at room temperature. So 2 and 4 both are correct. Option C is correct. All right, guys, option C is correct. Guys, moving on, question number 16. The diagram shown in is used to measure the rate of reaction. We can see the rate of reaction. All right, okay, so we will be able to measure the rate of reaction from here. We have the reactants, we have the gas syringe. All right, which equation represents a reaction where the rate can be measured using this apparatus? Obviously, this reaction must measure a particular experiment where it produces gas, because we have a gas syringe, we're going to measure gas. So magnesium plus hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. This is a correct one. All right. So let's keep that in mind, and let's see why the other ones are wrong. In reaction number 2, all right, we don't see any gas being produced. In reaction number 3, no gas are being produced. Reaction number 4, also no gas are being produced. So A is the correct answer, 16A. 17. P is a hydrated metal salt with a blue color. P is heated. Water is given off. Living solid Q. R is hydrated metal salt and is pink color. When R is heated, water is given off. Living solid S. Which row shows the name of P and color of S? So guys, in our syllabus, the hydrated metal salt that had blue color was CuSO4 .5H2O. We know it very clearly. And in our syllabus, all right, the hydrated metal salt that had a pink color was COCl2, which had 6 water of crystallization. We know it very clearly. All right, so definitely water is giving up living. Okay, so now once water is given off living solid Q, this will be only CuSO4, and we know that that has a white color. And CuCl2, when it is heated, then it leaves solid S, which is CoCl2, which is blue in color. All right, so name of salt P. So salt P will definitely be copper sulfate, hydrated copper to sulfate. All right, so hydrated copper to sulfate. All right, and color of solid S. S will be blue in color, so blue. C is the correct answer. Guys, question number 18. Magnesium reacts with copper to oxide to give magnesium oxide and copper. Which substance is the oxidizing agent in this reaction? Guys, in a reaction like this, we can write down copper oxide plus magnesium. It is producing magnesium oxide and it is producing copper. Now, if we look into the ionic equation, we had copper 2 plus, which reacted with magnesium, and it produced Mg2 plus, which released copper. Now, from magnesium's perspective, it has lost electron. That means oxidation. From copper's perspective, it has gained electron. It has gained 2 electrons precisely. So that is reduction. Okay, so now if it is reduced, definitely it is going to be the oxidizing agent. So copper 2 plus will be the oxidizing agent because it has been reduced itself. We know that anything that is reduced are oxidizing agent. So we can say the copper 2 oxide. All right, it says which substance is the oxidizing agent in the reaction. Definitely we can see the copper 2 plus ion, so definitely copper 2 oxide. B will be the correct answer. Question number 18, B. 19. Part of the periodic table the part of the periodic table is shown. Which element forms an acidic oxide? Now when talking about acidic oxide, we know that non-metals are responsible for producing acidic oxide. All right, and we can see A and C both are metals, so they're cancelled, and D is cancelled because it is noble gas element. So the only answer can be B. Question number 20. When aqueous sodium hydroxide is added to a solution of metal ion, a gray-green precipitate is formed, which dissolves in excess to form a dark green solution. What is the identity of the metal ion? Guys, Producing gray-green precipitate is significant when addition of sodium hydroxide is done is of chromium 3 plus ion, Cr3 plus ion. So when chromium 3 plus ion gets excess sodium hydroxide, it dissolves to give dark green solution. So chromium 3 ions will be the correct answer. 20A. Guys, that's all for today's video. If you want to see the next part of the video, then I will definitely upload it, but it will be in the part 2 video. All right. So from question number 1 to question number 20 is solved in this particular video. Guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.